Hello, hello. Are we on? Welcome to my first live stream. I've got my perfume snob in crime with me. You're not offended at all, are you?
No, I'm complimented.
All right, so we got some great news. We've been given the green light to go live at Guerlain today for the Thierry Wasser event. Thierry Wasser will be in town at around 7 o'clock Eastern
Standard.
Toronto time. So if you can't stick around for this, we'll be with you for the next hour or so, whatever it takes to get down to Toronto. But if you can't stick around, be sure to be back around 7 Toronto time Eastern Standard. Thierry Wasser will be in promoting the new Montguerlain Floral. So he'll do a little bit of talking and presenting. I don't know what else.
London checked in already. Wow.
Hello, London. Hello.
Oh, hello.
James,
CDG
what's going
Black.
on, James? So, other than that, I mean, we got a couple of things we planned on doing in Toronto. Do some reviews. Won't be live. They'll kind of be on our own. Thinking about reviewing Derby. Maybe a spring list. Spring favorites.
Although it's gotten really cold since we talked about doing the spring list.
Yeah, I haven't really started wearing anything springy yet.
I broke into it a few weeks ago, but it just all of a sudden started getting really cold again.
Like it's still really, really chilly here. It's about 4 degrees. So that's that.
So yeah, this is your first live stream, so we probably will mention things that have come up before, so don't, just because we talked about it on my channel, there's probably lots of people asking questions that have come up before and whatnot, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to be making our way on downtown Toronto, and we'll just be kind of going back
just
and
kind
forth
of narrating as we go, and
sure, and answering your comments.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys are going to keep them classy, right?
Yeah, for sure. So, uh-oh.
Still no? Well, if he can hear me saying keep it classy, there's obviously some sound.
Good now. It's good?
All right.
All right. Okay. Don't know what went on there.
So as we're going,
yeah, we'll mention that again because it must have been cut off. But we are going to see
Monsieur Wasser
at the Guerlain Boutique downtown Toronto.
I guess he's doing his world tour because I saw pictures of him in Montreal yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that as well. But as we said, I think when our audio was out, don't just show up. We've been invited if you are in Toronto.
It's an invitation-only event.
Call if you are interested in going. Call first and see if they have room, but do not just show up because it is very limited space, and we have been invited. So just be careful of that if you are in the area thinking to go. I don't want you to get all the way there and then they're like, no, totally closed doors. But yeah, and don't tell them we told you to, we didn't send you either. We're just giving you
not
advice.
hard to figure out.
No, but I want them to call up and say, oh, Chris and Eugene told me that we can just show up.
But I mean, if it's something that you are interested,
Call.
you know, we'll be going live at around 7 o'clock, so tune in for that. Terry Wasser will be speaking and presenting, I guess, talking about Mon Guerlain Floral. And hard to believe it's been 1 year already since the launch.
Was that the launch?
Yeah, wow. It was, we went to the launch party last year. It was March or May or sometime.
I don't remember. It was early in the year. I remember
it was quite cold out when we went.
I can't remember, to be honest, but yeah. Was a yearish ago today.
If you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Always interested in.
So,
you want to share your scent of the day?
Well, I was just going to ask you. So I'm the guest, I suppose, this time. So I'm actually wearing Le Bleu Parfum.
In anticipation of Terry
Exactly,
Wasser?
Yeah. I broke out something pretty special and rare for this one. Someone in Holland, Denmark.
Nice. So I went with Derby. Yeah,
we've talked about the camera keeps sliding here. Yeah, we were actually talking about England, Yorkshire.
Hello, England.
And yeah, we're hoping to review Derby. It's a mutual favorite of ours.
If we can find, you know, a good place, because it's quite cold and windy outside.
Yeah, the wind doesn't mind me. Oh, we got someone from Cologne.
Germany.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Got my Starbucks here.
No advertising.
Okay.
So yeah, it is a bit
it's not like I'm getting paid
Thank
for
you,
it.
Emilio. Appreciate it. Emilio says we rock.
Hello, Emilio. Thanks for watching.
We're definitely gonna try to do some videos. It is quite windy out. The cold, it's a bit cold, which isn't a huge deal, but
it's kind of dark and it's gray and cloudy.
Oh wow, they pulled Guerlain from Neiman's in America, or at least Atlanta.
I hear that's happening a lot more now, especially after they announced that Guerlain is opening up 100 new boutiques.
What? I never heard that. Hello, Michael.
Worldwide. So even the Guerlain counters here at Holtz, it's very small. It's like the smallest space of all the counters. It's got
I can't say I know the Holtz one very well, to be honest.
It's got, you know, just a limited number of, it's got some of the Le Petit Robe Noirs, the Chalimars. I can't say they've got Lure Bleu or Mitsuko.
Really?
They've got Habit Rouge, they've got Vetiver,
and that's at Holtz.
L'Homme Ideal. Yeah,
because they don't have Holtz downtown, or they don't have Guerlain at Holtz downtown.
They do, but it's very small, and it's tucked away, hidden in the back.
Okay.
Like, and it's covered in dust and cobwebs and spiders, and
there's definitely no
even the lighting is like the light bulbs are all dim and.
Right. So it's just
like
unattended.
Louis Vuitton never paid the rent. So they kind of...
I guess it's so close to the boutique, they don't care. They're not going to pump tens of thousands a year into it.
But it's like that everywhere. Like, when we go to Saks... Oh, they've got a bigger counter at Saks. They've got a lot of the exclusives that you can find at the boutique.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, almost all of them. But that is directly affiliated with Guerlain, though, right? Whereas, yeah, because we've talked to the girls about it before. Because they said, we have a new sales associate. And like, oh, who is it? It's like, oh, it's the girl that works at Saks. And it's like, oh, she works for you. She's like, yeah, she works directly for us. But she's placed in Holt Renfrew.
Or Saks.
Placed in Saks Fifth Avenue.
Right,
so she is actually she is actually employed by Guerlain, but works in the department store, if that makes sense. Okay.
Are we on?
We got cut off, it seems. Are we back on?
Let us know if you guys can see or hear us, because our phone is saying unable to connect.
Gary? Okay. Right. Yeah, we keep getting technical difficulties. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, what were you saying?
So, You excited to see Wasser?
Oh, absolutely. We've met him. I've met him twice already. You've met him
This
more
is the
than
third,
that.
third, my
I thought
third
you met
time.
him
I've met
an
Sylvain
extra.
Delacourt once. She
Okay.
came around Christmas time, 2016, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And Wasser, this will be the third time meeting Thierry Wasser.
Gary's digging the shades again.
You know, it's not even all that bright, but my eyes are really sensitive, so I can't go outside much very long without having shades on. And I think it's only because my workplace is really dim and dark and dungy, so the second I come outside, I gotta squint.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting him. I'm not sure exactly what the structure of the event will be, but I'm sure we'll at least get to chat with him.
Well, he usually comes in, I think it's in a limo. They pull over like right in front of the boutique, and he kind of comes in, it's like this whirlwind, eh? He makes his rounds, and then he grabs the microphone. He kind of just takes center stage, and he makes quite the presence, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's quite clear that he takes full control of the room because all eyes and ears are on him. So he is quite the character.
So Christian asking what everyone's scent of the day is. I'm not sure if that's directed towards us. I'm wearing Le Bleu Parfum, and Eugene is in Derby.
Derby, yes.
I haven't seen any other scent of the days come up.
Let us know your scent of the day. Let us know where you're viewing from.
So Michael Milikovic, I want to say, is asking about evaluating perfumes based on compliments. He's saying that this is a pretty common theme or pretty common occurrence with younger generation.
Well, I think I can speak on behalf of both of ourselves that neither of us really wear perfume in anticipation of getting a compliment.
Yeah.
I really wear perfume just for my own pleasure. You know, the odd time I do like to wear things that are popular at the moment, just kind of to see what all the fuss is about. But more so just to kind of get to know the perfume than walking by past somebody and trying to get a compliment.
I don't think...
And I mean that like 100%. I couldn't be more honest. My wife can't stand 98% of the perfumes that I wear, unfortunately, but those are the things that I love, and I just can't imagine wearing something that doesn't fulfill me in order to make her happy, considering like the so little amount of time that we spend together during the day. Like, I'll come home from work and she'll ask me, you know, go take a shower because your perfume's really offensive, and I will, and I won't really reapply anything around her just because I know she doesn't like a lot of the stuff. So,
well, yeah, and I think like compliments have absolutely no factor in a fragrance. Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with, you know, the quality, the craftsmanship, the presentation, etc., etc. So I don't think compliment factor should be at all included in a, you know, the factor of what the quality of the fragrance is. If you get compliments, and I think there's very few people that would dislike getting compliments, maybe someone who gets awkward, you know, when people compliment them, and I know there are people like, I can get like that sometimes, but not like compliments with perfume, but like I just don't think it's something that should warrant that this is good because it gets you compliments.
I think all perfumes are made, you know, to generally
they're made to make someone happy. Yes.
But to smell good. You know, there's not many perfumes out there that are made to smell like shit or made for you to go around smelling like crap. So
I don't think it should have anything to do with the actual rating of the fragrance, but, you know, that's what people want. I think that's what draws people to, you know, YouTube for fragrances in the last couple years, and what draws people to some of, you know, let's say certain reviewers, because they go online and look for what is the most complimented perfume? What is the most complimented
What is the
fragrance
most
for men?
popular? What is the most purchased?
What's the sexiest? Blah, blah, blah. Because they are wearing them solely to get compliments, to meet women, to meet men, whatever.
I think a large part of it is people don't really know where to turn or what to wear or what they like themselves.
Yeah.
So they'll go see what everyone else is wearing.
Yeah.
Or what works for other people. And I get that. Not everybody is into perfume as much as us fumies, right?
Yeah. So KK's asking who our favorite perfumers are.
Of all time,
He just said who's your favorite perfumers, so I'd say at the moment and all time.
Oh, at the moment, I'm a big Wasser fan, even though I don't think everything that he creates is legendary. Actually, he creates a lot of, let's say, filler perfume like flankers.
Yeah.
But as far as like one of my favorites is Jean-Claude Elena from now retired, or he's fulfilled
semi-retired.
He's fulfilled his contract with Hermes, so I really don't know what his plans are after this, but I would say he's one of my favorites. Maybe Bertrand Duchefort.
Yeah, I like
Terry
Duchefort a
Wasser.
lot. Yeah, Wasser.
Like when Terry Wasser's got a clean slate and he's allowed to create whatever he likes without being handcuffed by the marketing department, I think he can create a pretty damn good perfume. But a lot of the time, his perfumes are for the masses.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what he's
Even
paid
saying
to
that,
do.
like I can't complain about the quality of the craftsmanship of his mass marketed perfumes. They might be a little bit boring or sweet, but
He's still putting together well. You know,
that's right. They're still put together very well.
Yeah.
Yourself?
The only one, or at least one that I would add, would be Antoine Lee. I really like a lot of stuff he's done for two of my favorite houses, Etat Libre d'Orange as well as Comme des Garçons. And I think he's done stuff for Amouage.
Possibly, sure.
Who is it? I know he's didn't work, like a lot of the, the big players in the perfume world. They've done stuff for, numerous houses, but I think he's great as well. He's worth a mention for sure. Anyone else out there?
How about all time?
All time? Oh, that's hard. I need to sit down with a list and, try to see who it is. But, I think Duchefort would be up there. I know,
Jean-Paul Guerlain?
Yeah, I think the thing with him is, like, back in the day when these houses would only release, like, one fragrance every 5 years
right,
or
with
10
no
years.
flankers.
Yeah, it's really different than now where, houses are releasing a new fragrance every year and they're releasing new lines and they're doing flankers on flankers and, things like that.
But he's produced more, good perfumes without flankers than guys that...
That's true.
Releasing today with flankers.
Okay, we got someone watching from Romania. Hello. Thanks for checking in. Okay, so we're going back here now. Let's see. Okay, panty droppers. Yeah, I can't stand that term. It's awful. And I don't mean like in a misogynist way. Like it is kind of icky and, kind of giving the impression that women are just there to like take their underwear off for men.
They're gonna screw you just because you're wearing a fragrance.
Yeah.
It's kind of pathetic.
So even
and it's kind of not the type of woman that you want to bring home.
So yeah, the kind of creepiness aside, even then I don't like it because it's just like it's just a buzzword to get guys again to buy perfume because it will get you girls basically, and it just.
It'll get you views. It'll get you subs.
Yeah, like
I'm
sure
high numbers.
Certain fragrances will get you attention, whether it be good or bad. But it doesn't mean you're gonna, end up pulling chicks because you're you're wearing a fragrance, they're not going to come
Right.
up to you and grab you by the shirt and tell you you're going home with them tonight, kind of thing.
Right,
Like,
because you smell like birch tar
yeah,
and leather.
it's probably more because you're good looking and well dressed,
And you brushed your teeth.
and you
combed
take
your hair.
care of yourself, and you present yourself in a good fashion.
And you got some sense of humor and character.
Well, to be fair, they can't really tell your sense of humor, character.
But they can see, you probably make a presence, or you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're
Like,
probably with
they're
friends.
gonna be drawn to you more by your physical features than just whiffing your cologne in the club.
Cologne. I hate that term so much. It's such a North American term.
Yeah, Marco is saying he doesn't like compliments because it makes him feel self-conscious. I can't say I get self-conscious with all compliments, but I have had it where I'll have people come up to me, especially at work or school, and they'll be like, "Oh, are you wearing cologne?" And it's like, "Oh, it's so strong. Everyone knows I'm wearing perfume," or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I will get a little bit self-conscious in that. But if it's someone like, "Oh wow, I really love your fragrance, what are you wearing?" I don't get perhaps self-conscious with that. But when I'm just kind of like standing there or walk in and everyone's like, "Oh, what's that fragrance?" Even if it's in a good way, I might get self-conscious
and you
of
won't
it.
say anything, right?
Okay. Well, we're getting really backed up here. Okay, what's that? Right, Glory. What do you think about Wasser inviting Jeremy to Guerlain? I don't think, to be fair, he actually invited him. I assume, I could be wrong, but I assume it was more, people at Guerlain, like the marketing reps or the public relations or so. I don't Louis Vuitton would. It would be someone from Guerlain HQ that's like, okay, this guy's gonna get, like, he's gonna be the face of Jicky or Laura Bleu, He's gonna be pushing a cheap designer drugstore fragrance,
Intense.
yeah, on his channel for a bit of revenue.
Which is great. If it brings in more fans, that's fine.
Yeah, no problem, but I just hope it wasn't him himself. Okay, another thing I've noticed is no longer pick up skank barnyard notes and perfume. I used to do it previously, but no longer. I think that's the kind of thing that it just becomes normal to you. Whereas,
Possibly,
5 years, you would have smelled it and just been like, wow, this smells like someone shit themselves.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that myself and wondering what's going on. Because I have a bottle of Dior's Leather Oud, and it's literally like 1 year dated after the date of release. And the first times I've tried Leather Oud, it was like dirty.
Shoot.
It was animalic. It smelled like it was barnyardy. It smelled like poop, like a horse, like a stable. And I wear my fragrance now, and I don't get that at all. It's a little bit pissy. It's got some civet. I don't get the poop at all, and I can't imagine that Dior would have reformulated it so soon, like literally 1 year. So I'm not sure if it's something that I just got used to, but the first time I've tried Leather Oud, I almost vomited in my car driving home from work. It was so gross.
Yeah.
But I just don't get it anymore.
Yeah, I agree. And someone mentioned that as well in the comments they're scrolling through. Yeah, I think it's just the kind of thing you notice. Just like as well, you're going to wear things you've worn for years, and then, you all of a sudden you just start picking up notes that you never noticed, whether they be barnyard or
And it could be
whatever.
the climate, it could be the weather, it could be your skin, it could be your diet, it could be your exercise. It could be like any variable number of things.
Okay, hopefully we're back on. Apparently there was another disruption there. But, En Sens Mythique, we talked about this, I think, on my channel a little while ago. I absolutely love it, but I do not get great longevity and projection, as you're saying you do. I think it smells fantastic, like amazing. It's got this like buttery ambergris in the kind of mid that I think is just amazing.
It's kind of an animalic ambergris too, right? This sulpy aldehydic ambergris.
The kind of sparkly, I don't know, flinty resins and stuff. But I seriously, I've never had it last on me more than like 2 hours, and it's like I think literally
it just might be a really cloying fragrance too.
Interesting.
I don't have.
I just don't find it the least bit cloying, or
I don't have many issues with Guerlain not lasting on me. And I haven't worn Ensemble Mythique a whole lot.
I've worn it a few times recently, just with the warmer weather, and just kind of with those results that it didn't last.
But I'm hearing like that's one that constantly pops up. I don't know if it's the same person asking the question over and over, but you know, it's obviously become an issue. But I'm not really sure.
Looking to pick up anything up this evening, Eugene?
No.
I'm not
today.
myself. Got a few things that I'd really like to
out.
pick up, but I'm not gonna be picking up anything tonight.
Is there anything you guys recommend?
I guess we much...
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, so far this year, Guerlain have released Mon Guerlain Floral, Le Petit Robe Noir. What is the flanker?
Scent Nomad. Hello, Scent Nomad.
The flanker called?
Oh, geez, I don't... You know them better
something
than I
hippie
do.
chic, I think it's called. And Le Bizar, the Russian Bizar de Russe or something. So these are either flankers or reissued perfumes from the past. And, you know, as much as I would love to purchase everything Guerlain, like, Mon Guerlain is like, Mon Guerlain Floral is like...
Oh, Paulo. Hello, Paulo.
70 to 80% of the original. The flanker of Le Petit Robe Noir is like similar. And, you know, if you add up the price of all these perfumes, so Le Bizar is now, what, $350 Canadian?
Man,
which is a lot for a reissued perfume that didn't work when it was $250 and discontinued.
Yeah.
So that's $350. Mon Guerlain is what, $170? Le Petit Robe Noir is probably $120. You add those up, you add the taxes, there's a good $700-800 on, you know, average perfumes.
Yeah.
That, you know, these aren't the greatest perfumes by any chance.
No.
Do you know what kind of good perfume you can get for that kind of money?
Not retail. Well, you know, for retail, there's lots.
You spend it any way you want.
Yeah.
You can spend it in the Chanel boutique.
But
you can spend it at a
fussy,
discount.
I do not buy something unless it's like a potential 10. I absolutely will not. Like, I've just become so strict with collecting.
Take that $700 or $800 and spend it any way you like on any perfumes, regardless, wherever it is. But you can choose to buy really, really good perfume, or you can buy flankers of average perfumes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know. I'm just really frustrated being a fan of this house.
Yeah, but, you know, I think we talked about it a little bit last time. You know, what they're doing, these flankers are meant to be income and, you know, revenue. And
but as a fan and a collector, I'd like to have, you know, almost everything.
Well, that's it. It works on you. You want to buy everything they release.
It's not like it's got to end, because there are good perfumes out there that I'd love to own, but I can't because I'm buying crap like, you know, flankers of,
I don't know,
Le Petit Robe Noir.
I don't know. I know your opinions and views. I think we're very different aspects in terms of collecting. Like, I will not buy something just because it's new. I'm like, I have to try it, unless it's like something I've been anticipating for years.
Like, they had a few flankers last year, Shalimar Souffle Intense, which is really good.
We're getting really backed up here.
You don't need to read every single comment. We can discuss, or you can if you find something interesting. I thought it was an excellent flanker, more interesting than the regular Souffle, the first one. But I mean, if it's something that I like and enjoy, sure, I don't have a problem purchasing it. But if it's going to smell 80%, 90% to the original, is there a point?
I agree. I completely agree. Especially when you own the original. If you start in with the flanker and you like it a little bit more, I agree. I think that's the time to buy one, for sure. Is there a new perfume available? Yeah, what was it again? Say the name.
Le Bizar. Russe, I don't even know. Bizar.
From which line?
Guerlain. It's the Parisians. Comes in the B bottle, 125 ml. So he's coming to promote Mon Guerlain Floral.
Ha. Yeah, Marco, he remembers when I was doing like 20 random designer blind buys, and that's exactly why I stopped. I was just
20?
Oh,
Right?
dude, I would buy like 20 or 30 bottles a week back in Jakarta, like when I was still single.
Whoa.
He's going to get in a fist fight with Wasser over the flankers. We won't mention it.
You know,
Velvet
Wasser will be
Underground
the
and
first to
Frag
tell you
Bomb.
that he's not all that thrilled about producing, you know, Shalimar Flanker number 20. Like he said before, it's not.
I don't know if we should get into that stuff, but
He'd much rather produce something that's challenging to him or brand new, or you know, as opposed to something for the marketing department.
okay. So we're already downtown. I'm quite surprised. That was pretty fast.
Okay, so what are we doing
I
here?
say.
Because we don't really have an agenda.
Where do you want to go?
It's still quite early.
Yeah, it's
So
very early.
if you're just joining us, Terry Wasser will be at the Guerlain Boutique here in Toronto, 7 o'clock Toronto time, Eastern Standard. Unless something tragic happens, we'll be live. So find us here.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be doing some talking and promoting of Mon Guerlain Floral. Other than that,
So did you?
we are going to stop somewhere. We're going to try and review Derby. It won't be live, so
Will we bash the new Guerlain? No,
we
absolutely.
won't bash it. I like Mon Guerlain, the original. I really like it. Like, I honestly, genuinely like it. Is it a great perfume? Not by any means. It's not. I would never compare it as good as, you know, some of the Guerlain classics like Mitsuko or Shalimar or L'Or Bleu. But do I like? Yes, I like it. I wear it often. Does that mean I'm going to like Mon Guerlain Floral? No, I've smelt it, and I'm probably not even going to purchase it just because it's so similar. I don't need two fragrances that smell 80% alike when there's so many other good fragrances out there that I could purchase.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I going to bash it? You know, maybe after the event.
Yeah, it's rude to do it in front of people. Like, we're gonna be honest, but we're not gonna be honest, brutally
Maybe
honest
after
in front
the
of
event,
them.
and when Terry's out of town, we might, you know.
Tar and Sequoia. Tar is amazing. I absolutely love Tar. That's gonna be one of my spring picks for sure. Sequoia as well. Wasser is underrated. Yeah, I agree. I think he's really underrated. So a lot of people kind of know the bigger names, and you know, even like Jean-Claude Elena is still not a bigger name in terms of like the universal perfumer or the world of, you know, perfumers.
Well, it's, you know, Hermes aren't easily accessible in every department store, every mall in America.
Mm-hmm.
It took me forever to search out Terre de Hermes.
Yeah.
They didn't have it at my local mall at the, you know, they don't carry Hermes at the drugstore like they do Guerlain or Chanel or Dior. They're a little bit harder to find.
Thank you, Greg. Park the truck in front of the boutique.
no
no street
parking.
parking. It's like really busy, like high-end street.
What is it? If there's something you guys specifically want to see from the boutique, let us know and we'll try and accommodate. It's a really lovely boutique. It's almost like got
quite
everything
spacious.
in there. You know, obviously they don't have exclusives like that you would find in Paris or wherever else. They have like a one city exclusive, but they have all the X traits. They have all the
They have pretty much everything that's, you know, non-exclusive,
right.
which, you know, might not sound like much, but
They've got a lot of perfume.
they've got a lot. It's really good. It's apparently it's the best Guerlain boutique in North America.
Well, I think it'd probably be the North American flagship. They have one in Las Vegas. They have one in Florida. But even those boutiques do not have everything that the Toronto boutique has. And I keep, you know, telling people this. If you're in the US and you need something that you can't find, call the Toronto boutique. They do ship complimentary to the US. The prices are quite
This guy needs to go.
quite comparable to US prices. So they haven't yet been converted like with the currency exchange. So they're competitive with the US prices. And from the US, you do not pay a tax, the Canadian tax that we pay of 13%.
Major difference between 31 Rue Cambon EDP, EDT, EDP. Now you're a bigger Rue de Cambon guy than I am.
Man, I'm not one of those guys that...
Hey Adam, what's going on?
That doesn't like the EDPs. I have a lot of the EDPs and I enjoy them. To me, the biggest difference comes in the opening. They lose some of that, you know, the Chanel aldehydes.
And the price, of course.
Right. The price is obviously inflated. I don't think they're horrible perfumes by any means. I enjoy them.
So you taking the EDT?
Obviously, I would take the EDT.
I agree.
Price-wise and especially the opening. That's where I noticed they all dry down to the same thing.
Essentially.
Right. They haven't changed the formula that drastically.
Someone asking about Bois d'Armini available outside of Paris. Now, this has come up a few times, and someone asked me, because I actually just reviewed this. So is it being discontinued or is it becoming an exclusive?
I think it's an exclusive to one city. I'm not sure if it's Paris or Brussels or...
Okay, so it is exclusive. It will not be available
to one city.
So, yeah, I think it is still available in a lot of places. I'm not sure if they have bottles in Toronto, but I'm sure, because it wasn't even that long ago that it was announced.
There's a Saks in Mississauga that has one bottle left of Bois d'Armini, but it's with the bulb spray or the
middle era one or whatever. And I don't think it was a big seller anyway, so there's probably quite a few bottles like hidden away in Guerlain boutiques or department stores around the world. But yeah, apparently it will be. I was just talking about that on my video. Let's see, what do you think of Amber Absolute? I think it's good. I think Amber Absolute is actually one of the best things that Tom Ford's done. And I think the re-release of it after it was like, you know, kind of controversially discontinued, I think it was very, very true to the original. I can't talk about performance, but I think it was pretty authentic. Do you have any opinions on Amber Absolute?
Yeah, no, it just never worked on my skin. It smells great on paper, but I must have been an osmic to it. I can't say a whole lot.
Calamus I actually don't really like, I have to say. It was just weird. It was kind of like water and powder and stuff, green and watery. Palisander I can't say is my favorite from the Red series. I think there's better. Sequoia, I think, what's it called? Oh, the tomato-based one is better as well, but yeah, I can't say I was huge on Calamus. I think Lily is better, and Tea, but I don't think they've been re-released. Serge Lutens, which are you interested in picking up next? Well, you just picked up the Fianna-Gouis finally.
Yeah, not too long ago. That's a great churchy incense, dry, dusty, you know, church cathedral-like fragrances. I think it's excellent. It's really well done. I think a lot of the older Serge Lutens I enjoy more than what has come out recently.
Absolutely agree. I couldn't agree more.
So from stuff that I don't have, maybe
you've been talking about Sumagest for a long time.
Sumagest is a nice rosy, like a wet rose, lush spring rose. It's been really hard to find. The roads here in Toronto are really, really bad.
And this is like one of the most premier streets in the entire city,
yeah,
if not country.
Totally.
And this is what?
It's so hippie chic. Yeah, Sumagest, La Fille de Berlin, maybe 5 o'clock. But you know what? Maybe none of them, because
they're going to be hard to get a hold of in the 50 mils.
Yeah. Well, here's the boutique. We're just passing by. You want to give them a glimpse? Here we've got
you're gonna see it.
Gucci. Well, you can see Gucci. Here we've got Guerlain. Yeah, I don't think they're going to see it right there.
Oh,
No,
there's the...
We've passed. Hermes is right here, the new Hermes
Shit.
boutique.
That's why it wasn't staying up. And Winners. Hold on, trying to... That's why we should move to Dubai. Okay, that's a little better. The thing on the back fell off. That's why I kept having to hold it up. Okay, we're almost at the boutique, so I don't know, Eugene, if you want go take him for a walk down
like
the street.
5 hours early. Should we head somewhere else?
Area?
Or do you think maybe we can like review Derby inside of the boutique?
Yeah, the problem would be if they have customers. I don't know. Do you want to go in and just see what's up and then check Winners for Creeds? Yeah, Creed belongs at Winners.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, Terry Wasser is in town. We got the green light to go live for the event. So Terry Wasser will be here at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Come back. You know, we might be on and off again here and there. But come back at 7 to check out the Wasser event where he'll be promoting Montguerlon Floral, which is a flanker to Montguerlon, which came out last year.
Well, thank you, Bob. Appreciate that.
Anyway, we're gonna go underground parking, so we might lose Yaz.
Oh,
Is there anything
going
else?
to sleep. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, but while there and shoot a video, I would absolutely love that. I bet you he is an absolute riot to have a drink with.
Yeah, drink, cigarettes. I think he smokes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I definitely can.
Raphael,
drink
hello,
a few,
Raphael.
But do you want to walk him in there, or do you want to like?
Well, we're going underground. We might lose reception.
So okay.
You want to try just going underground, and if we lose it,
Okay. And if we come back, okay, so we're gonna go park underground.
you know, let's just cut it before we go under.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna cut it.
and we'll be back.
Okay.
But we'll be back at 7.
At least 7. We're gonna try and do videos, but it is kind of windy. But we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, stay tuned. Apparently we'll have some
We'll try and go review Derby, review a spring list. And that's it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back shortly.
take care.